so fast, and I don't wanna take you traveling the world, but I can love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'll give you all of what I've got. The fancy finds, baby, I have not. Just gonna love you.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to my channel. Just gonna start off with a question. Have you ever saw or had an idea that you thought, well, I can do this? That was me about 5 or 6 years ago. I watched a YouTube video on hydrographics or hydro dipping, whatever you want to call it. For those of you that don't know what it is, just YouTube it. Basically, it's a film about the thickness of tissue paper with a design on it. Put it in hot water, spray an activator on it, dip whatever you want into it. It comes out with that pattern on it. That's how they put camo on shotguns. Well, me being the adventurer that I am, I ordered some camo film. Had a couple old shotguns and thought I'd give it a shot. This is what I ended up with. Now that's an old single shot shotgun that I've bought probably about 35 years ago. It's a 410. I also had a single shot 12 gauge that was probably twice as old as this one. I did that one as well. Today's video is going to be about how to get rid of it, how to get it off. Now I tried acetone. This stuff, it'll work, but it'll take you about a month of rubbing to get it off. The only other way I was able to figure out how to get this off is to sand it. Now before you cringe, as I cringed when I did the sanding on my 12 gauge, it will take the bluing off of the gun. So we're gonna have to re-blue the gun as well. But the easiest way to get this stuff off is nothing less than sanding. I have already started, actually I already did my 12 gauge, had to refinish the stock, which is okay because it actually looks pretty good. And all that's left to do is re-blue the barrel and the receiver. If you have a better idea of how to get this stuff off that doesn't cost me a month of sanding or rubbing or anything like that, then I'm all open to it. Please leave me a comment down below. But guys, the easiest way to do it I found is sander. Guys, I saved you the cringy moment where I took the sander to the barrel, and yes, it takes the bluing off, but it also takes that film off rather quickly. A little fine sanding will get rid of some small grooves in here, and then I just got to re-blue the gun. But yeah, that's a cringe moment for sure. Alright guys, so as you can probably see, there's a little bit of residue left over on here where I didn't get it all off. I'm going to try the acetone on this now and see if that'll take it off. Alright guys, so I'm just using a small sponge with a Brillo pad. I'm going to put a little bit of, it's supposed to be a little bit of acetone. It's coming off, but not as fast as I'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna love you. Just gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you.
Guys, so as you can see, it does take it off a little better once you get the initial film scuffed up a bit and the acetone has a chance to get inside it. What it's basically leaving behind now is just leftover bluing. So I'll finish up this barrel, get it right cleaned up. See, there's something's got to come off. So I got the barrel cleaned up with the exception of a few small spots like around in here, which I'll get with a small pick. But you got to sand it. I mean, that's the only way I figured out how to get it off. But I'm going to re-blue it anyway, so we'll see if we can make it look like new. Let's go work on the stock. Alright guys, the stock's a whole lot easier because we're dealing with wood. As you see, I've already started it there. Because in the end, what you're going to do is you're going to refinish the stock anyways. As you can see, it comes off the wood a whole lot easier. This side we haven't done. That's just a couple minutes on this side here. So I'm going to go finish this up and I'll get back to you when it's done. Guys, as you can see, it's not hard to get it off. It's that cringe moment when you take a sander to the barrel of your gun. This particular one here, if you can see that, that's a skull pattern. This is Nate's 22. That actually turned out pretty good, so I think we're going to leave this on there unless of course he wants to change, but I didn't do the barrel of it, I only did the stock. So if it wants to change, it's just a matter of sanding it down and starting over. This is the 12 gauge I just told you about. It's clear. Now I've already refinished the stock on it. Hopefully you can see that. I've already refinished the stock on it. I think it turned out pretty good. But you can see, hopefully you can see on the barrel, the bluing's missing. So this one's going to get re-blued as well. Still got a couple of little pieces here I got to take off, but this was my first attempt at trying to get this stuff off, and it worked rather well. But again, the cringe moment, putting the sander to the barrel of your gun, that's not nice at all. I will most likely make a separate video on the bluing of this. If you got a tip on how to blue this, again, down below, because if I can get tips on how to do it before I do it, that might make life a little easier. But that's all I got for this video. I hope you enjoyed that. How to get the hydrographics off your gun when you thought you knew what you were doing. Don't forget to hit that red button. I appreciate it. See you all in the next one. Later.
And I'm gonna take you traveling the world. I can love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'll give you the whole of what I've got. The fancy finds, baby, I have not. Just gonna love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, baby. Cross my heart and hope to die.
Gonna put a little bit of, supposed to be a little bit of acetone